Your girl's having a tough go of it today. Because yesterday I almost did not go to work because I'm starting to have a cold. And I, I'm feeling, I can't tell if it's worse or the same, but I did go to work because I knew that today that I would be off. But I did still, I could still, walk around and, sort of do stuff. It's not too bad, but it's just enough to be annoying. You know, when you're not feeling 100%, you're just kind of drained and just my just head just feels sort of congested and I'm just very tired. But I was good enough to sort of still go on my walk, which I did, and I'm glad that I did. Especially because I needed to go out anyway because I was out of my Advil cold and sinus, and I wanted to make sure that I had enough to get me through these few days off so that hopefully when I go back to work on Saturday, I'll be back to 100%. So that's hopefully what we're wishing for here. And I was debating whether to do a vlog update today or leave it to tomorrow. But I want to just kind of show you guys stuff that I got and just talk about my walk and sort of do that. I'm just sorry that I'm just very sort of low energy today. Yeah, I got a bit of a headache and I'm just kind of drained. That's sort of the worst of it. It's my head hurts a little and I'm drained, but not too bad where I have to stay in bed. But I'm just very, very tired. So yeah, I went on my walk and actually got to sit in a park for a little while and read, which was great. And we love that weather is back. It's a little chilly today compared to the last few weeks, but I don't mind it because for me it's comfortable because I don't like the heat. So when it was 26, 27 last week, I was not really a fan. But yeah, went on my walk because I had to go out anyway to get the apple and sinus. I went to the park and did some reading. I will give you some reading updates in a moment. But I also wanted to go to the mall because I needed to get more masks. And because contrary to what some people believe, the pandemic is not over. We're still in the cases of thousands. And just because the news isn't reporting it, because people complain and it's not popular to remind people that we're still in a pandemic, that is still fact. It is still around, and I'm still wearing my mask. I had one idiot at work ask me something along the lines of why are you, so you're still wearing a mask, huh? And I'm like, yeah, because I deal with customers. So I pointed around the store and I'm like, yeah, because of all these people. And he didn't say anything. But just, yeah, I wish he had asked me, why am I still wearing a mask? Because I would have used my favorite response that I've ever heard somebody use, which was, it helps me keep my nose out of other people's business. I love that. I love that response so much. But yeah, so I needed to get more masks. And so I went to the different mall, and their Walmart's there. And I also got an email from Bath and Body Works because, of course, I would, because I love that place. That they had their little like wallflower thingies that you plug into the wall, on sale for like $4. So I wanted to get a couple of those. And yeah, let me show you sort of what I got. And I also got a couple of books because, you know, we are who we are. They not? Oh my god. They didn't. I think this is the first time ever that I've gone to a Bath and Body Works and they didn't give me a coupon. You know how like they always do when you go to Bath and Body Works, they give you a coupon for like that's valid for like the next 3 weeks to bring you back. But no, they did not. They just gave me this important candle safety information. Like this is why, like, working in retail, my faith in humanity is already out the window. But this is why people have no faith in humanity. Because, and that is the rule, if there's a sign telling you not to do something, it's because some idiot did it. That's the rule. If you see a sign that says don't do this, it's because some fractard moron did it. So, we got this. Candles. Keep away from things that catch fire. Keep away from children and pets. Set candle on a heat-resistant surface. All those points are made because some idiot did all those things. So I have brought my own bag because that's how we try to do here. But she wrapped my items up like a nice little Bath and Body Works burrito. I mean, isn't that so cute? So I got 2 wallflowers and a candle because I wanted to get of course I went around smelling things, even though I intended only to go in there to buy the 2 wallflowers, but Bath and Body Works know the evil that they do. And I got this candle with this scent, but I couldn't find the wallflower with the same scent. Some of the wallflowers, they have candles of the same scent, but this one I did not find, so I had to get the candle because it smelled so yummy. And because I'm weak, and because I get paid on Friday, so we're good. So, I'll show you the candle is first. It's the Peach Bellini, and it's the White Barn line, and it just smells so nice. Like, and it's a nice change up occasionally from the vanilla, because you know I like my vanilla, but it's a nice change up. So, got the Peach Bellini, and the closest one I could find is this Pink Peach Blossom. Now, I smelled, you can do that. Can we see that? Will it focus at all? You can make that out, right? This is the closest that I could find to that scent. This is the Pink Peach Blossom. So that's the closest I could find to that candle scent. And I also got, because I smelled the candle and it smelled delicious, the Strawberry Pound Cake. I mean, it smelled so good. So I got the wallflower for it. So I got 2 wallflowers and a candle. Put that in. Away for now. So I got the masks, which ideally these are not my favorite, but they're the only ones that they had there. So I got those. So there, and also I found at Walmart, they have like a little book section. And they had, I get the sticker off because it's covering half of his glorious head. At least the sticker comes off easily. Grateful for that. Yes, that is the movie tie-in cover for Love Again, which I previously published as Text for You by Sophie Kramer, now renamed and turned into a movie called Love Again with Sam, my Jamie Alexander Malcolm Mackenzie Fraser, Ewan, and Priyanka Chopra / Jonas. So that movie, I'm very looking forward to watching that movie. I believe it's out already. So hopefully I'll be able to watch it soon. But yeah, picked up the book. It was 30% off. And so I got that. And then on my way back, the thrift store is on the same road, and I have no willpower. But I was good for what? Well, technically it was 3. But in that thrift store, I was good and only got 2 books, which is what I always try. That is always the goal when I try to like restrict myself to only like 2 books. Try to put that back. And I got another Catherine Cookson, The Solace of Sin. And, so I'm going to add that to my Catherine Cookson collection that I have. And I got another Laura Ingalls Wilder, and it's By the Shores of the Silver Lake. Now, this, see, Garth Williams. I like these are the covers that I remember. Let me move the, yeah, these are the covers that I remember. The Garth Williams covers. I love these covers. I don't like those new photographic YA looking covers. Not a fan. Not a fan of those. But yeah, By the Shores of the Silver Lake by Laura Ingalls Wilder. And so looking forward to that. So that is what I got today. Reading update wise, I am a little over halfway through Rainbow Valley, and I'm loving it. But if I were to have one little negative about it, is that as much as I am loving it, I wish, like, I think we're spending too much time with the Meredith children. I want more of Anne and Gilbert's kids. Like, we get that. But I think there's a bit too much focus on the Meredith children. And I like the Meredith children, like I like reading about them, but it's sort of like not why I'm reading the series. Like, Um, but yeah, I'm enjoying it. Um, where did I leave off? Oh, my Walter he is such a precious little thing. I love him so much. This bully insulted Faith, okay? And Walter is not a fighting boy. He is what one would call a sensitive boy. He he reads a lot. He writes poetry. He has sort of Anne's imaginative brain. He's a very sort of shy, quiet child. But he got so like protective of Faith that when this bully insulted her, Walter is now going to fight this bully. My precious little Walter, who he does not do the fightings. He's gonna. I'm scared for my baby Walter. Um, yeah, that's sort of where we are. It it's just been sort of everybody sort of getting the news that Walter is going to fight this boy. So yeah, I'm liking that we're focused on the kids like right now, like Anne's kids right now, Anne and Gilbert's. Um, but yeah, like I like the other kids and their father, who I think might have a thing for what is her name? Rachel? I don't remember. Trying to see what her name. Dang it. Rosemary? It's John Meredith, which is the Meredith kid's father, and he's had these like really sort of nice moments with I think her name is yeah, Rosemary. And I think that's sort of that might be happening. And then there's this shrew Mrs. Davis who comes along, and because she doesn't approve of how John is raising his children, comes along and acts like she's doing him this big favor and insists that she's gonna take one of his daughters, Una. And he's like, no thank you, and no. And she gets all offended that he didn't take her up on her magnanimous offer to adopt one of his children, to take his daughter away from him. So we don't like Mrs. Davis. But I really liked the moment with John and Rosemary. Rosemary West, and I really hope that something happens there. At this point, I'm just worried for my baby Walter. So yeah. So I'm gonna read some more of that today. I sat in my park and read some more of. This book is like insane. So I think in my last update, I was telling you guys that Shayna got Rourke a little bit kidnapped and by like sea pirates or like pirates, and so he was stuck on this ship, and then to like they were gonna like they were going to rob Thing's father, Shanna's father, and Rourke was trying to like divert them from like actually doing that and like trying to give them like bad intel, because he likes Shayna's father. Shayna's father has always been good to him. Um, so he does that, but instead they kidnap Shayna and bring her on the ship with Rourke. So now Rourke and Shayna are on the ship together, and there's this whole like hullabaloo. Like Rourke ends up killing the leader guy, and they all pretty much want to rape Shayna. And there's then Rourke ends up kind of being their leader, but they still kind of a little bit want to kill him because they want Shayna for themselves, and they want to be the leader pirate dudes. And then they end up at this inn where they meet these wenches, and one of them is Dora, who has like such a sad story, and throughout this all, Shayna has been kind of fighting Rourke because she still believes that he was like screwing around on her with that idiot Millie. And so they're like butting heads a lot, but happy pants. And they finally have used their words, and he's finally been able to explain to her that nothing was happening with him and that idiot Millie, and it was all just her own sort of machinations, that idiot Millie. And Shayna seems to believe him, and they're sort of in a very nice place right now. And there's this guy on the ship who's like, or at the inn ship, like I'm not sure where exactly they are right now, if they're still on the ship, or if they have I think they've reached a port, and they're just sort of like biding time right now, I think. There's this guy, Galatier? Gatelier, who is he seems to be a good guy, and he's warning Rourke that you need to escape these men, because eventually they will kill you. They might act like they're all like respectful of you, and because you're the leader right now, and blah blah blah, but eventually they will kill you, and they will take her, meaning Shayna. So Rourke is like, you know what, you're right. And then Gatelier is like, basically because he warns them, he wants to come with them, because I think he wants to escape as well and go somewhere. But he also says that he wants them to bring Dora with them, which I can understand, because that girl has been through it, and she doesn't seem like she's been so like misused. I think her mother sold her, or no, they killed her parents. And well, their father and her mother, or just her mother. They killed her parents, and these same people, I believe, that pirates that are with Rourke killed her parents and raped her as a child. And she's sort of been put to work as sort of a tavern wench, I guess, and slash hoe with this other lady. But yeah, she's just had like a horrible, horrible time of it. And Gatelier is like, please take her with you. Let's bring her with us. So Rourke is like, yeah, okay, sure. So that's sort of where we are. They're about to, they're plotting their escape. So I hope that they get away from these people soon. Things are good between Shayna and Rourke right now. But there's still this much of the book left to go. So I'm sure some shit will happen. Some kind of miscommunication or something will happen. And they will be on the outs again. Yeah, so that's sort of what I've been reading. Yeah, making my lunch today. I have like a little strip steak that I have seasoned and waiting, as I cook some potatoes to make some mashed potatoes. That's, what we're gonna have for lunch. Today's probably just gonna be a video editing day, because I still have to edit my book haul video, which I haven't put up yet. And there's just been a little delay with that because last week I went to my sister's, and so I got all like busy and stuff doing other things. But this week I'm gonna edit my book haul video, and I think I'm gonna edit Lost season 4 episode 4. And yeah, and Wanted is now available in ebook. And it's the first book that I'm going to try having a bit of a wider distribution for. I'm not putting it in Kindle Unlimited. And eventually I'm going to take all my books out of Kindle Unlimited. Because while I have made some money from it, I'm finding that the sales are kind of dwindling. And with Wanted, I've uploaded it to Drafted Digital, which is a platform that allows your book to be downloaded from multiple different retailers. And I've already like sold a bunch of books just in the first week that I put it up on this this platform. And like it's still up on Amazon, and you can get it for your Kindle. I'm just not gonna do the Kindle Unlimited anymore. I think I'm keeping the Resistance trilogy up there for now, because that one is the one that is making me the most money via the Kindle Unlimited. So I think for now we're keeping that up there. But all my other books, the Blood Vows series, To Serve and Protect, Capture the Sky, and Honorable Passion, my shorts, The Right of the King, Just a Taste, Chateau, I'm probably forgetting others, but yeah, I'm gonna be taking those from Kindle Unlimited. Again, they will still be available on Amazon. You can still download them and get them for your Kindle. They just won't be available in the Amazon subscription service that is Kindle Unlimited. Because Wanted, one of the retailers that Draft to Digital uses is Kobo, which is a Canadian retailer, ebook retailer, and it will be available through their subscription service, which is Kobo Plus. But Kobo Plus doesn't demand exclusivity. So, yay for that. Go, Canada. I love my country. And yeah, so eventually I'm just waiting for the terms to run out on the books that I have up there now, and I think most of them, the Kindle Unlimited term ends in the end of July. So, still have to wait until the end of July, and that's annoying, but so in August, I believe, just to be safe, we'll call it August, I will be moving all my books, except for the Resistance trilogy for now, out of Kindle Unlimited. Because it just hasn't been worth it for me. There's been months that it's been good, but those are mostly from my series. From the Resistance series and from the Blood Vows series. And Blood Vows has started to drop off. So, I want to get it to other retailers to get more eyeballs on it. Because Draft to Digital also submits to Overdrive, Hoopla, all the the ebook sort of library services. And there are others on there as well. But yeah, so that's sort of the update on that. Gonna work on editing Good Women today as well. Maybe, I don't know. I don't know if I'm gonna have the mental capacity for that. It might just be video editing today, because I'm just very ugh. So that's the kind of day that we're having. And you could, like, my throat is like a little, because like the day or two before, I was feeling like really lightheaded and my throat was hurting. And that's usually when you get that tickle in your throat, you know that it's coming. You know that it's coming. So that's what happened. So I think that's going to be it for now. Tomorrow, depending on how I'm feeling and how the weather is, I might go walk around Old Mill. I might, because I've been wanting to do that for a long time, and I've passed it. I passed it last week, but it was raining, so I didn't really get a chance to actually go into the area and sort of explore. But it looks beautiful already. Like everything is sort of blooming, and it just looks gorgeous. And I don't think tomorrow's going to rain or anything, so depending on how I'm feeling, I might go walk around Old Mill, maybe find somewhere to sit there and do some reading. Yeah, so I think that's going to be it for now. I'm going to eat my lunch, do some video editing, do some reading, and maybe like a little reading. I don't know if I'm up to reading today. I'm gonna try. So I will talk to you guys maybe tomorrow, depending on what time I get home. Yeah, the weather's nice. I'm going to try and take some video of Old Mill. And yeah, so I will talk to you guys later. just got back from my walk where I finally got to go to the Old Mill neighborhood trail park, whatever that was. It was beautiful. I would even say that for as big as High Park is, and it is like very, very big, I think I like that Old Mill uh, trail, I think, more. Just because High Park is vast, like it's huge. I think it might be our biggest park in Toronto. But I just need to drink. Cause your girl's throat's still a little dry. Um, but yeah, like High Park is vast, but there's something like it's very, and it has like a lot of trails and stuff, but it's almost like it's too big. And for me, I liked the Old Mill trail sort of better because it's like right along the Humber River, and there's like gorgeous trees, and just the area is just gorgeous. And it's like you walk along, and it's like I only uh explored like one side of it. Um, my plan was to go up one side and like down the other, but it was like big enough that I like completed. I think I completed one side, and I was like, okay, because your girl is still a little under the weather. I'm like 90% better, and uh, but I'm not like my energy is still not like there, which was still like okay when I was walking today because there are a lot of benches by the water where you can just sit. Like you walk a bit and like you're enjoying the sunshine and the trees and the flowers in the air, and it's just gorgeous. And then if you need to, just in a little bit, there's a bench and you can just sit and like I sat and I read, and then like I got up and like I walked a bit, and then like if I felt like it, if I felt like a little rundown in a little bit, there was another bench and you can just sit by and like look at the birds, and oh, it was one of my favorite places that I've explored so far. Um, yeah, so I definitely want to go back. Um, and I'd like to go back to High Park too. Um, but that one is more of a definite hike experience. Um, but yeah, so when I got back, um, and oh, like I said, I did some reading for got a little bit farther in Shanna, by Kathleen E. Woodowis, and I'm up to the part where they have finally made it back to uh, Shanna's father. They finally made it back to Treherne, and Ralston was like all ready to punish Rourke, and was gonna whip him, and Shayna like grabbed the whip and like whipped Ralston, which was highly enjoyable, and was like, if you touch him, I will end you. I'm paraphrasing, but that's basically what she said. And she kind of, which she didn't lie necessarily, but she sort of made it like that she didn't like tell the whole truth when she was like, he was taken, Rourke was taken and like put on a ship, and she neglected to add that it was because of her that Rourke was taken and put on a ship, but details. And if it wasn't for him, I would have never gotten rescued from those evil pirates, which, again, not a lie, but not the whole truth. So she's basically like sticking up for Rourke, who isn't feeling too great because he got like injured in his leg, so he's kind of feverish and kind of out of it, but I'm sure he'll be fine. But yeah, I'm in the last, I'd say, third of the book. We're almost done. Um, but yeah, but this is like my workbook, so I'm not reading it at home. Um, but yeah, I was able to sort of read a little bit, and it felt really, really nice. You'll see, um, you'll have seen, because I'll have inserted clips of video that I took um, of some of the ducks and uh, birds and just like the water and like trees and just how gorgeous it was. Um, yeah, I can definitely see why living around there, and then like just like on my way back, I was like walking sort of through the neighborhood just to make my way back to the subway, the houses and stuff, and I can definitely see why they're in the millions of dollars to live sort of in that area. Um, yeah, so I thoroughly, thoroughly enjoyed today, and I just feel so like nice. Like I'm a little tired, a little run down, but that I know that that's more because of having been under the weather. That that's still that, but mixed in with that is the feeling of just like feeling really good. So uh, on my way back, stopped by the thrift store, picked up some stuff. And it was funny because as I was leaving the thrift store behind me, the lady wanted to do a refund, and the cashier was trying to explain to this thunderous twat that they don't do refunds, they do exchanges only, as it says on her receipt. And I felt I want. She goes, "But are you telling me that I came here for nothing? I just want a refund." And in my head, I'm like, "No, I'm telling you that you came here because you were too freaking stupid to read your receipt." And I can't tell you in my own evil day job how many people tell us, well, I didn't read the receipt. Who reads the receipt? That is a you problem. Short of holding your hand as you go home and living in your house to remind you that, yeah, that item that you want to bring back, you can't because we can only exchange it, not refund it. Short of doing that, being at your house to tell you that, all we can do is give you that information on your proof of purchase and have the signs in the store that give you that information. We cannot make it more clear. But yet, customers still insist that that we should somehow change our policy because they don't like it. So I felt like I sincerely hope that the manager or whoever dealt with that situation did not give in to that thunderous twat, because that just allows people like that to be rude to retail people. And it's like, the ruder you are, the more you will get what you want. And we need to stop doing that. So I was like listening to her as I was leaving, and I wanted to turn around and be like, it says on your receipt they only take exchanges. But I didn't have the energy. I didn't have the energy to dip my toe into that pool of stupid. So I just, yeah, no. I just prayed and wished the cashier well. Because that poor boy. So, but let me show you what I got at the thrift store. I was good, and again, I only got 3 books today. I only intended to get 2, but then I saw a book that I'm going to show you. These are the 2 that I went and picked up. I wanted to get like a regular book and a classic, which is my deal, which I usually do. This one, I just thought the cover was so pretty. Season of Shadows by Mary Mackey. And I read the blurb, and it's like, 2 friends who meet at school, and like they grow up together, and like their lives intertwined with each other, and it's that whole thing that I love so much. So that, and then the classic I got, and I've heard a lot about this book, Samuel Richardson's Pamela. Now, I read that I think it was this one that is considered the first romance novel. I think. I'm not sure why it was. (1740), and it was very controversial. So I'm very much looking forward to it. There was another book there by this author that was a big boy. It was a big boy, and it was called Clarissa. And I've heard about Clarissa. I remember that I believe there was a miniseries made with Sean Bean. There was a movie made with Sean Bean. And I didn't get that one, but I still might. Because I read the back blurb, and it's basically she gets, she's trying to like resist the advances of this dude, who I believe is Lovelace, who I believe is Sean Bean's character, because he always plays the bad guy, almost always. And she essentially gets seduced / raped and dies. So I still might read that one, being like prepared that I know like what's gonna happen to her. But I want to try this one out first. I don't know what happens to Pamela. It doesn't say that she dies, but preached up for its morality and denounced as pornography in disguise. Yes, please. So, looking forward to that one. And those were the 2 that I was going to get. But then, I found this book. Blood and Sable by Carol J. Kane. And it's one of those glitzy, glamour books that I was reading the back, and I could swear I've read this book when I was young. It was I could swear that this is among one of those glitzy glamour books that I read, that I inhaled when I was a young, impressionable gal. because the characters' names sound so familiar to me. Yeah, so I'm really looking forward to most likely rereading this one. So that today was just lovely. Just lovely, and I'm so glad that I finally got to go to the Old Mill Park trail thing and just explore the parts of it that I did. So for lunch we're having chicken and fries today. I edited my reaction for YouTube for Lost for season 4, episode 4, and hopefully I will have that up in without copyright issues. Maybe, let's hope. Fingers crossed. In the next day or two. If there are copyright issues, it might take a little longer as I have to split the reaction up into parts, and that seems to give me better luck. But I always like to try and do like the whole thing first, because sometimes it works, sometimes it's fine. But yeah, so I believe I have the preview clip already up here on my regular channel for that episode, but it only has the link to the Patreon version, which is the full unedited version. But once the YouTube link goes up for that, I will put the link in that preview clip for you guys. So for today, I'm going to be editing my book haul video. Just because, but with stuff, it's just been keep getting pushed back and pushed back because like stuff's been going on, and yeah. Oh, and again, I just want to reiterate about my books eventually all being available on many different retailers, because I'm submitting them through the draft to digital platform, and they send them to iBooks, they send them to Barnes & Noble, they send them to Smashwords, they send them to Script? Is Script? I don't remember if Script is an option, but Overdrive, Hoopla, Kobo, and just like looking at the sales thus far, I'm very pleased. I'm very pleased with just the one book that I have up in that platform, because I'm waiting for the Kindle Unlimited terms to expire on my other books to be able to move them over. They will still be available on Amazon, like I said, but they will not be available in Kindle Unlimited because of the stupid exclusivity rule that Amazon demands for Kindle Unlimited. So, nope. Yeah, so I'm going to be moving all my books, with the exception maybe of Resistance trilogy. If the Kindle Unlimited numbers for that still continue to be okay, I'll likely leave them there for a while. Otherwise, eventually everything's moving to from Kindle Unlimited to draft to digital to be submitted to a whole bunch of online retailers and not just Amazon. So today I will be working on editing my book haul video. I think I might edit some of Good Women today. Maybe. If not today, then I think definitely tomorrow I should be up for it. I should be up to editing my upcoming novel, Good Women. So that's, I think, going to be it for this video. Tomorrow, I think, is going to be laundry day. It's going to be my stay-at-home day. And yeah, so that's sort of the plan. That's going to be it for this week's video. Follow me on Twitter at twitter.com/authorejamie. Like my Facebook page at facebook.com/authorejamie. And I will talk to you guys next time. Bye!